UK is considering plans to launch a satellite navigation system as a rival to the EU's Galileo project. The move comes after the UK was told it would be shut out of key elements of the program after Brexit. The UK has spent €1.4 billion, £1.2 billion, on Galileo, which is meant to be Europe's answer to the US GPS system. Business Secretary Greg Clark is taking legal advice on whether the UK can reclaim the cash, according to the Financial Times. UK anger over EU threat to Galileo role. He told BBC News the UK's preference is to remain in Galileo as part of a strong security partnership with Europe. If Galileo no longer meets our security requirements and UK industry cannot compete on a fair basis, it is logical to look at alternatives. The row centers around whether the UK can continue to be trusted with the EU's most sensitive security information after Brexit. The UK's armed forces were planning to use Galileo to supplement their use of the US GPS system, but press reports suggest they will now be blocked from doing so. The US retains the more accurate and robust GPS signals for its own armed forces. Graham Turnock, chief executive of the UK Space Agency, said early feasibility work was underway into a UK system, which he said would cost a lot less than Galileo thanks to work already done and British know-how and ingenuity. Asked by science correspondent Jonathan Amos if it could be as much as, and he warned that excluding the UK from Galileo could set the European program back years and cost the EU billions more in development costs. We still think there is a win-wins to be had here if the European Commission and the EU 27 change their minds. But at the moment they appear to be set on excluding the UK from industrial participation in the program. He said the UK had a lot of the capability that would be needed for a sat-nav system because we developed them as part of our role in Galileo. We cannot launch yet, although obviously we are trying to address that, but this is something we think is in the realm of the credible, he added. The pan-European aerospace giant Airbus has been a major player in Galileo's development. And in the UK, Airbus currently controls the satellites in the sky, satellites that were also assembled by its subsidiary Surrey Satellite Technology Limited in Guildford. While Airbus will be able to continue working on Galileo at its continental centers whatever the outcome of the present row, the company said its UK wing stood ready to assist in building a British sat